Hey, Knight Berman with the Marble Tea here. I'm going to show you in a quick 5-minute screencast just some real basic things about using GarageBand. This is for those of you that have never used it before. You're maybe thinking you might want to do some home recording, which is what this blog is all about. So we're just going to take a kind of a quick look, and so you won't be afraid of it, kind of get your feet wet a little bit. Okay, I'm going to close this here. This blog, by the way, is located at trumanshat.wordpress.com. And when you first click on the icon in your dock to open GarageBand, you'll be presented with this window right here. There's a few options on the left: New Project, Learn to Play. This is great. There's piano lessons, guitar lessons. There's the lesson store where you can download more lessons from artists or just more basic lessons on guitar and piano. Magic GarageBand, basically these are pre-filled rhythm sections that you can jam along to. iPhone ringtone, you can create your own ringtones for your iPhone if you want. And once you have a few of your own projects in there, you'll have this recent projects area. But for right now, let's go to New Project. You'll see there's a couple different options: piano, electric guitar, voice, loops, etc. These are basically templates to start your project with. If you're a piano player, you might want to start with the piano template. If your main instrument's electric guitar, you might want to start with that. But you're not locked in to only piano and only electric guitar. You can add drums to the piano template, acoustic guitar, vocals, anything you want. For our purposes, we're going to start with this one right here called Songwriting. You can either double-click it or click it once to select it and then click Choose. It'll ask us to name our song. So I'm just going to call this Trumancast for right now. And we talked in an earlier blog about using an external drive, or at least another drive for recording your audio to. Mine's called Musico. I have my GarageBand projects in this folder, and I made a subfolder for this newest EP I'm working on. So I'm going to save this file into that folder. Down here, we can set the tempo. It defaults to 120, but we can change that if we want to right here. I usually leave it at 120 to start with. Time signature, 4/4, but you can change that to 3/4, 6/8, any number of things there. Key of C major, sounds good to me, so create. And this is going to open up the GarageBand interface. Let me move this over here so you can see it better. There we go. If you'll notice on the left here, we've got 5 tracks. There's a voice track for singing or speaking. As you can see right now, that little red button is engaged, so it's recording, or it wants to record my voice. It's showing the level meters here. There's also acoustic guitar, piano, bass, drums. Now you'll notice in the timeline section here in the center that there's already a drum loop in there. And this is great. For a songwriter, it gives you a bass thing to keep your time with. You don't have to worry about a metronome or anything. There's just a basic drum pattern there. And if I play it, I can hear this in my headphones, but I don't think you can hear it in this screencast. I haven't quite figured out this screencast software just yet. So these are your tracks. You can always add more tracks with this button down here, the plus symbol down here in the bottom left. If you'll notice right over here in the center of this transport area, you've got controls for fast forwarding and play, record. This is a loop button for practicing, which is really great. We can get into that later. This area right here shows you some different views that you can set some parameters for. Right now we're looking at measures. And this is showing that our playhead, which as we play, this drives across here, is located at bar 1, beat 1. But we want to change that right now to project. And here you can change the key of your song if you want. You can also change the tempo. You can adjust it up or down here, right here, and change the time signature as well. So those are parameters we could set when we were saving the song. You see, those aren't carved in stone. We can always change them once we get in here. Set this back to 120, bump right there. Over here on the right, you'll notice actually on the left here, voice is selected. So what we see on the right, this is information about that track. This is a real instrument. This is where we can adjust effects for it. Let's look at the piano one. Now this is a software instrument. We can change this to any kind of instrument we want. Right now it's a piano and keyboard. It's selected as grand piano, but let's make it a fuzzy clav. We could change it to horns if we want. Let's go to live pop horns. These will make different sounds for you there. So anyway, I'm about out of time on this one, but that's a basic general look at the interface of GarageBand. We'll look at it some more, and actually I'll show you some tips on how I like to record songs coming up in the next episode or two. So stay tuned for that.